Apologize for the last time my video wasn't together. So I thought I had it all together, but like I say, when we doing it by myself, sometimes things can slip by me. But I always try to fix it and things like that, and bring back or rework it if I have to. So that's how important it is to get this information out. Okay, so last time we're talking about the Village Green and the things that are happening, and you guys might not be paying attention to everything that's going on with the Village Green, and you may think it's just this and this and that and this or whatever. But like we said in the last part, it's discrimination. It is about discrimination, point blank. Period. It's about racism and it's about discrimination. I have this video here that I want to show you. That'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's not coming from me as a black person. It's coming from a white person. I want her to explain it to you so you can get an idea of it. Because I know sometimes when black people talk about racism, then they say that we're being racist or we're being just overly, we're just overthinking it and stuff like that. So that's why for this particular podcast, I want her to bring it to you so you can see it from her perspective. And then that way you can understand it maybe a little bit better. So here we go. Let me pull this up real quick. And we are going to get this on for y'all. And I will be able to do it a lot easier this time. So maybe. Uh,
if you just worked hard enough, if you got the right degrees when they told us that a high school education wasn't going to be enough, so you get the highest degrees possible, you will get a good paying job. You will have access. You will have unlocked the access to the American dream. Black women are the most educated group in this country. You're talking about degrees on top of degrees on top of degrees. Do you know who was the first laid off in Donald Trump's Doge and attacks? Over 300,000 Black women, right? Who did everything that was asked to them.
Yep.
They even pressed their hair a certain way, did their makeup a certain way, had their voices a certain way, went to all the right fucking schools, got all the right goddamn degrees, right? Were polite, did this, did that, contorted themselves into what white America told them, white corporate America told them that they needed to do in order to be quote unquote accepted, did all of that, and then turned around and were once again the first to be fired. The people who are always told to follow the rules are the ones who are the most marginalized, the ones that are the most shunned. And then once those rules are followed to the T, who decides to change the fucking rules and move the goal?
so that is definitely an eye opener there. And let me see if I can get this other video pulled up here too. Here we go.
America great again, right? Recently fired and sidelined employees in the Department of Housing and Urban Development have started sounding the alarm that the Trump administration is no longer, just bluntly, no longer enforcing a federal law known as the Fair Housing Act. Fair Housing Act, another pillar of the civil rights movement and its achievements. Fair Housing Act dates to 1968. It says you can't refuse to rent to someone or refuse to sell a house to someone on account of their race or their color or religion or national origin or any other factor against which we're supposed to be protected from discrimination. According to current and former employees of the Department of Housing and Urban Development under Donald Trump, they have dropped enforcement of the Federal Housing Act. In Trump's first year back in office, black unemployment spiked in this country from 6.2% all the way up to 7.5%, making it the highest of all racial groups.
Wow.
Under Joe Biden, black unemployment had been at a record low of 4.8%, spiking now under Donald Trump.
Wow.
The Trump administration, generally speaking, is bad at its work. It is bad at what it sets its mind to in all sorts of ways. But black Americans, African Americans, have been targeted by this administration in a concerted way that has nevertheless been devastating, even though the Trump administration isn't good at anything they set their mind to.
I told y'all.
And that was all before the conservative majority on the U.S. Supreme Court, including all of Trump's appointees, voted to effectively end the Voting Rights Act a few days ago. As soon as the court said they would take up that case, people started mapping the worst case scenario for what Trump and the Republicans would do, particularly in the South, if the court gutted the Voting Rights Act of 1965, the crowning achievement of the civil rights movement. And the before and after looks like the snapback after the end of Reconstruction, after the Civil War.
Damn,
I mean, look at the state of Louisiana there. A third of the population of Louisiana is black. Louisiana's Republican governor canceled congressional elections that are already underway in that state to rush through new maps that will presumably make sure that even though 1/3 of the population of that state is black, there will be no black representation in Congress for Louisiana at all.
Wow.
South Carolina, 1/4 of the population is black. They have one majority-minority district represented by an African-American Democrat, Jim Clyburn. They are going to try to get rid of that one black district so that South Carolina is all white, all Republican in representation, while 1/4 of the people who live in that state are black. In Tennessee, 1 in 6 residents is black. Republicans now want to make sure all 9 congressional seats in Tennessee are white. All 9 of them. They want it to be 9 to nothing, white and Republican. And 1 in 6 people in that state is black. In her dissent from the majority ruling, Justice Elena Kagan said it will likely cause the largest reduction to minority representation since the end of Reconstruction. Probably didn't need to use the word likely there.
Shit.
The war on black Americans that is being waged by this president and this Republican Party is one of the only things they have put their mind to in this past year that they've actually done pretty well at. A comprehensive attack on black public officials and black public power.
See what I'm saying?
A comprehensive attack on black public officials in the federal government.
See what I'm
black
saying?
Employees in the federal government, black representatives in Congress, and now all around the country, where everywhere Republicans are in charge, they are scrambling to make sure that black public officials can no longer hold office. We're going to talk tonight about the pushback against that and the strategies to make them pay for it, both in Louisiana, which is ground zero here, and around the country. We're going to talk tonight about some surprising pushback from churches and the clergy. We're going to talk tonight about a blistering takedown of Trump and the administration in federal court in Washington in a most unexpected case.
That's crazy. So y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from her. This ain't from me. It's saying, oh, this is racial. Johnny don't know what he's talking about. You hearing this from a white lady who this is her job to study this. She's telling you. White people are telling us. I don't know how much alarm you can get. White people are telling us they fucking black folks over. They ain't even talking about Mexicans. She's not talking about Mexicans. She can say not one word about Mexicans. She's specifically saying black people. They are fucking y'all over. There you go. My name is Johnny.